Art for Healing actually began in 2001, and it came about as the result of two ideas coming together at the same time. Earl and I, as art collectors and passionate art collectors for many years, had decided to get into the commercial art gallery business. At the same time, we had a friend who was a visual artist who was admitted to hospital not feeling well, and unfortunately we found out shortly afterwards that he was actually terminal and ended up dying in a local hospital here in Montreal 3 months later. We realized after visiting him on many occasions that that particular hospital that he was in, like many others, was very barren. It lacked a sense of humanity, and the environment was just something which really was not a preoccupation of the hospital. So as collectors, we thought rather than start another commercial art gallery venture in Montreal, we would start a foundation that would bring together the art world with the medical community and create something quite unique in Montreal that we hoped would spread across the city, across the province, and eventually across the country.
All the artwork that we receive is donated. It's donated by artists, it's donated by art collectors, and it's donated by various fine arts departments at universities. All donors will receive a tax receipt for their donation. What most of the donors have told us from their experiences that they really want to contribute to the community, they're not quite sure how. And through our program they can, because the art is going somewhere where it's helping people in a time of need. And we've had many donors tell us that this is something they're very satisfied with.
So Art for Healing doesn't actually warehouse any of the work. We work with digital images from all the donations that we actually receive. We also work with each of the facilities to create an art committee within the hospital in order to work in a very collaborative way and find out what their vision for their particular facility happens to be. What we've learned over time is that there's a very different need in generalized hospitals versus specialized hospitals, like children's hospitals, geriatric centers, rehabilitation centers, and so forth and so on. And we keep in mind always who the patients are so that we can cater to them first and foremost. And then when we do the installations, we do them in such a way that they're secure for the security of the patients and the staff. And of course, we do it for the security of the works. We don't want works just popping off the wall and accidentally walking out of the buildings. We want to make sure that the donations that are given to us are actually secure in the facilities themselves.
We met Margaret Trudeau in 2008, and she instantly connected to what we were doing. This because of her own hospitalizations at the times that she had spent in institutions. She knew how bleak they could be. Since then, she has become really involved with our organization. She's become our honorary chairperson. She's attended fundraisers for us. She's done a fundraiser video for us, and we're really, really happy to have her on board.
Art for Healing exists basically because of our very, very generous donor base, and some of those very generous people are actually in the room with us today. I'd like to underline and thank several of our CAMEX members for their personal contribution to the cause.